What's going on, guys? My name is Colt Mosdef. If you do not know me, and I decided to put together this series based on psychology to help you guys get that boost in your trading. Nobody is talking about this information I'm going to share, so I suggest that you watch this whole entire series to really get a head start on your trading. Before we go into this information, by the way, all these intros are going to be the same for these videos in this series, but the videos itself will be different. Before we get started, go to the link in my description where it says Instagram and shoot me a follow if you don't already follow me. Also, if you guys want my one-on-one mentorship, send me the word mentorship and me and my team will get back to you as soon as possible, and we'll see if you're a good fit for my mentorship. Now, without further ado, let's get into the series. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to go over the psychology video number 5, some important stuff. Okay, it's important for you guys to make the mistakes early on, and I don't understand why so many traders are, they're guys, like, just stop focusing on the dollar signs. And it's really hard to do that when we live in a society where everyone's trying to be better than everyone else and keeping up with the Joneses, and especially on social media. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I think there's a statistic done that says, like, 60% of children, like young adults, are depressed because of social media. Because they see Kim Kardashian and all these celebrities all like posting this lifestyle, and they feel like, oh my gosh, I have to have that lifestyle to be happy. And it's disrupting their happiness because they're looking up to these people that are worth billions of dollars and have just an insane lifestyle. And they think that they have to have that to be happy, which is not true. A lot of those celebrities aren't happy. So I want you guys to really just focus on you. Like, how good of a person can you become? Like, how much can you learn about yourself to where you are just this perfect version of yourself, and you honestly, yes, the word honestly, love yourself. And you look at yourself every day in the mirror and you say, you know what? I'm proud of you, motherfucker. You're a great person nowadays. Back in the day, you weren't so good, but nowadays, you're an amazing person. So it's very important for you guys to really just make the mistakes early on. Really learn about yourself. Don't fear taking losses. Don't fear blowing accounts. Like, make those mistakes very early on, because once you are perfected, you have your craft perfected as a trader, you're going to have a lot more money on the line when you're trading. You guys are probably trading with a couple $100, maybe a couple thousand, maybe 10 bands if you're a real big baller. But you guys want to be able to make those mistakes early on, because once you are trading with $1 million, imagine if somehow you guys do have equity of $1 million to trade with, and you go and blow $1 million in a trading account. You're going to be pretty down bad. You might go jump off a building. And there's people that did that in the past when the stock market like dropped, or there's some big news occurrence. I think it was the recession in 2008. When that happened, there were people jumping out of buildings killing themselves because they lost like their whole life savings. So let's not go kill ourselves jumping off a building. Let's learn to make the mistakes early on. And the mistakes that I mean isn't just like losing money. It's like making mistakes from your own self, from your greed, from your fear, like these internal mistakes and traumas that you have and things that you need to work on. Work on those things as immediately as you possibly can so you can get over it. Next thing, the market is only a threat if you view it that way. So many people get in this mindset of saying, oh, I'm scared to trade, the markets are after me, it's this, it's that, whatever it is. Guys, the markets are not going after your lousy little $10 trade, your $50 trade, whatever it is. They do not care. The markets are not after you. And I used to look at the markets and I would get so angry because I was losing money. But really deep down, I had to take a minute and admit, like, yo, this is my fault. I'm losing money because I'm doing these stupid little mistakes that I shouldn't be doing. And I cut it out immediately. So you guys need to understand that the markets aren't a threat. It's only that way because that's the way that you view the market. So when you take a loss, understand there is a learning lesson within it. Don't take the markets personally, guys. I'm telling you, don't take them personally, because like I said a second ago, there's always a lesson in it. All these threats can be opportunities. So when you take a loss, really sit back and be like, okay, but why did I take that loss? And that's what no other trader is doing. Literally 99% of traders, when they take a loss, their mind automatically shifts to a state of fear. They're in this fear state, so they're not trading out of like actual focus. They're just trading out of trying to get their money back. And I know you guys are probably doing that as well. That's not how you want to be trading. When you take a loss, that should be time for you to be like, all right, why did I take the loss? Is there a new opportunity setting up? Did I take a loss because my bias changed from selling to buying? Is that what's up? That's when you have an opportunity to like change your bias really quick. But if you take a really big loss in a day, sit back and sit down. Obviously, cool off for a good hour or two. Go for a walk or do something to calm down. But once you're calm, go back to the markets. Look at your MetaTrader formula. All right, where did I enter in price? Let me reenact this trade. Like, how did it happen? And then you're going to look back and be like, bro, how did I not see that? I knew that was going to be a buy. If I just waited 5 minutes longer and waited for that candle to close that I entered on, there would have formed a spinning top instead of me thinking it was going to drop. And I would have saw that long wick pull up. Like, how did I not see that as a buy? And you're going to just get a fresh state of mind on the markets and be able to see what you did. And learn from your mistakes, guys. Really learn from them.
Yo, if you guys are looking to scale your trading business and you want to get to the next level, whether you're just starting out or you already have some experience in the trading industry, you need to join us at Reward Over Risk. We have a bunch of programs like one-on-one mentorship where I actually have a 10-day class where I show you my exact strategies. We have live trading sessions where we get on Zoom calls and trade together as a community. And we also have trading softwares that can trade 100% hands-free for you. We have everything that you need to take over to your trading this year and the following years. But the only way for you to apply for this is to click the link in the description and book a phone call. Once again, click the link in the description, book a phone call, and let's see if you're a good fit to be a part of our community. Talk soon.
Next thing, patterns. So we have two types of patterns. We have this behavior pattern and then an emotional pattern. So our behavior pattern is a way that we act in a physical form after something happens. So let's say that you blow an account and you get angry, you hit your fist down, you hit the table, you break things, you're mad. Maybe you go and take money out of another investment to cope with that loss, to put it right back into the markets that you took, and then you try and trade and make it back again. You need to like really sit down with yourself and look at these behavior patterns and be like, okay, where are my positive behaviors happening and where are my negative behaviors happening? And then do less of the negative and more of the positive, because you're going to get into these patterns, and these patterns are then going to turn into a habit. And once it gets to a habit is very hard to break. So you need to like really like sit down and be like, what are these behavior patterns in my life that are coinciding with my trading? How is that happening that's messing up my trading? And only you and only you know that answer, okay? So you need to sit down and write that down. Now this is an important one, emotional patterns, having a certain mood to an event. So you guys can literally, with anything in life, there's always going to be a reaction to an action. Anything. If you guys didn't know that, now you know that. So when you blow an account, your feeling is sad, depressed, angry, fearful, all those negative emotions. Those are negative emotions. Then there's the other emotions, happy, optimistic, intrigued. These are positive emotions. When you're looking at taking a loss like that, you should blow your account one time and one time only. And like I said on my previous psychological videos, is like really feel that emotion and attach it to what just happened. And then understand the emotion that you had that led to that actual circumstance happening. What emotion were you feeling in it? Were you maybe scared you were going to lose your job, so you wanted to be risky on this trade just so you could make money, so if you do lose your job, you're good? You know, about 90% of the negative thoughts that we have about something, those negative thoughts that we have about actually something happening, those things never happen. 90% of those thoughts. I've had the craziest thoughts before, guys, where like, I can't even like think of one right now, but you guys know that you've had these crazy thoughts too, and we thought it was the end of the world, and oh my gosh, it never ends up happening. So the same thing happens there. You need to really have a positive state of mind when you are trading and have the right emotional patterns built up. Because you're going to take losses. That's inevitable. You guys will take losses, but what are your emotions going to be? Because if you have a negative emotion to that loss, you're going to attract more negative circumstances. But if you look at that negative circumstance or that loss that you had is an opportunity, then you're going to be an optimist. And then you're going to create more opportunity. You're going to be happy. You're not going to sweat it. And you guys know how to use proper risk. You know how to avoid not blowing an account. Like, that is very easy stuff. It's just controlling your mind once it comes down to that actual decision. And it's like, imagine if you had a girlfriend, a really beautiful girlfriend, you love her, but you're out one night and this other girl, this really beautiful woman is all up on you and she's like, yo, you want to go to your house and fuck? And you're like, I want to fuck so bad, but I can't. Like, you may say when you're not in that moment, oh, I would never cheat on my girl, I wouldn't do that. But then the real test comes once that moment is actually right in front of you, when that opportunity is there. So you need to be able to control yourself and say, nope, I'm loyal to my girl. I love my girl. I am not going home with you. Peace out. Have a good night. Same thing with trading. When you're in that state where you see this setup and you're like, oh, let me just risk a massive lot right here. I know it's going to shoot down or it's going to go up, but if I do take this loss, I'm going to lose 20% of my account versus taking a 2% loss like I usually would. And then you're like, all right, let me do the 2% loss. Let me take a step back to breathe and really think about everything that's going on. And that's what a lot of people aren't doing. When you're in a state of FOMO, fear of missing out, you're thinking of the end goal, the positive end goal, but you're not thinking of the negative consequences associated with that act that you're about to put yourself in. Remember that shit. And this goes with anything in life, especially with trading though. When you're about to go into a trade, think about the pros and the cons of what that action is going to do. Because like I said a second ago, for every action, there's a reaction. Taking losses. So when we take a loss, we have certain ways of acting after. And maybe you get angry, maybe you want to take a nap. You guys need to start forming only positive things to be going through your mind after you take a loss. Only positive things, because the losses are inevitable. And they all have a lesson deep down inside with them. So when you take a loss, sit back and be like, you know what, it's fine. I don't care. I use proper risk. I'm proud of myself that I use proper risk on this loss right here versus my other ones where I almost blew my account. I'm only down 0.5% for the day. I'm good. I'm not tripping. But I am going to take the rest of the day off. I'm going to enjoy the day. I'm not going to let that loss get to me, because once you let that loss get to you and you start feeling those negative emotions, more negative emotions are going to occur. And then that's when you look at the market as a threat. You think the markets are after you. You take the markets personal when they're not. And that's why you guys have to reframe your mind to only think positive when you take a loss. And once you do that, you're going to understand and be able to cope with taking losses easier and easier and easier in the future. So when you're taking the big loss, like $100,000 loss, you're like, oh, it's fine. Like, I remember when I was trading with $200 and I took a loss like this, and it was the end of the world. Now I'm trading with this amount of money. I took a $100K loss, and I'm not tripping. It's good. So this next thing right here is probably one of the most important things in this whole course. This is really the psychology, like deep down inside the ins and outs and little bits of psychology. It's like, review your mood at the end of the trading day and make a journal of these behaviors. So you should write down on a piece of paper and have like a line in the middle and have on the left side good moods and bad moods, or good feelings or bad feelings. And take note of each day, the date. How were you feeling the day before? What was your mood? How were you feeling an hour before trading? How were you feeling as you were trading? And how did you feel after you were trading? Overall, what you want to do is you want to figure out how your moods are on your best trading days. And then you want to figure out how your moods are on your worst trading days. And you overall just want to get all this feedback and figure out, okay, well, when I'm feeling this way, I end up losing money. But when I'm feeling this way, this is when I end up making money. And then what you're going to do is say, okay, so what I need to do is put myself in that state of mind before I start trading so I can have the best days. I need to stop letting little things like this get me angry. Then I know it's going to ruin my day, the next hour, this. Maybe it's something as simple as not checking your fucking phone before you go and trade. Maybe you're going to go on your phone and see some negative news, which a lot of people do. If you look on the internet, social media, all negative stuff. I challenge you guys to go through your social media, and whoever you see on your feed that's posting negative stuff, unfollow them. I don't care if it's your cousin, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad. If they are posting negative shit, get them off your Instagram. It's not like you're disrupting that relationship with them in person. Okay? Identify these negative behaviors and stop them. Stab that motherfucker in the heart. You are no longer going to be a victim to these feelings, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Not a lot of people made it to the end of the video, but you did. Make sure you share this video with a friend. Also, comment below. I want to know who you guys are and how I can help you guys out with your trading. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping weekly videos every single week on trading to help you guys out. Look forward to seeing you guys soon.